until he apologized via text, but the calls stopped being the problem. The visits started instead. Daniel began showing up unannounced, always with some excuse, just checking on you. Wanted to see if you needed anything from the store. Thought I'd mow your lawn since you're getting older. He'd stay for an hour, walk through every room, comment on things. This carpet is looking worn, Dad. When's the last time you replaced it? Oh, these stairs are so steep. I worry about you every day. The water heater is probably 15 years old. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Sheila would come sometimes too. She'd poke around the kitchen. Robert, there's expired milk in your fridge. Are you forgetting to check dates? She'd rearrange my medication bottles on the counter. We should organize these. You could accidentally take the wrong thing. Around week 3, I started noticing things were off. My reading lamp disappeared from the living room end table. I found it 2 days later in the garage. How did that get there? I'd asked when Daniel visited. He'd shrugged. He probably carried it out there for something. Forgot, Dad. That's concerning. Books on my shelf.
I bet my cameras are going to tell you all about that.
And it would be 2 shelves down from where I'd kept it for 20 years. Are you moving my things? I'd asked Sheila once. She looked wounded. Of course not, Robert. Why would I do that? Then, softer.
Just keep looking.
Tell me any information about this I should know. I've already told you everything I know. I don't know anymore. Oh, crap.
Silenced.
chicken on the stove.
Are you having trouble remembering where you put things? The big one came in week 4. I was sitting down to lunch soup I'd heated on the stove when Daniel walked in using the key I'd given him years ago for emergencies. Dad, thank God you're okay. I got here as fast as I could. What are you talking about? Carol called me. Said she smelled gas coming from your house. Said you'd left the stove on. I looked at the stove. One burner was lit. Had been for the last 10 minutes while I heated my soup. I'm making lunch. No, Dad, this morning. Carol said she smelled it this morning, and you didn't answer your door. I was here all morning. Nobody knocked. Daniel looked at me with this expression of concern mixed with pity. Dad, Carol wouldn't lie. You must have left it on earlier and forgot, but I knew I hadn't. I'd made oatmeal for breakfast in the microwave. Hadn't touched the stove until lunch. That's when I started to understand what was happening. They weren't just pushing for the house. They were building a case, creating a narrative. Robert's getting forgetful. Robert's becoming a danger to himself. Robert needs supervision. I'm not a stupid man. I worked as a machinist for 40 years. Precision work. You don't last in that job if you're careless or forgetful. I'd retired at 65 with full faculties and a pension. Still did crossword puzzles. Read 3 newspapers a day. Could tell you the name of every president in order and the capital of every state. But I also knew how this worked. I'd seen it happen to my friend George 2 years ago. His daughter had declared him incompetent, gotten guardianship, moved him into a facility, and sold his house to pay for his care. George died 6 months later, miserable and alone. I wasn't going to let that happen to me. On a Thursday morning in mid-April, I called my attorney. Howard Chen had handled Margaret's estate when she died. Solid guy, 32 years practicing law. He answered on the 3rd ring. Howard, I need help. I think my son is trying to have me declared incompetent so he can take my house. Slow down, Robert. Tell me everything. I told him about the conversations, the pressure, the gaslighting, the things being moved, the claims I was forgetting things. Have you forgotten things? Howard asked. No, but I can't prove I haven't.
Clear.
That's the problem. Okay, first thing, we need a cognitive assessment, full neurological and psychiatric evaluation. We need medical documentation that you're sharp as a tack. Done. Who should I see? Dr. Sarah Martinez, geriatric psychiatrist, works with elder law cases frequently. I'll set it up. The evaluation happened 3 days later. Dr. Martinez was 47, professional but kind. She put me through 4 hours of testing, memory tests, problem-solving exercises, mental status examinations. At the end, she smiled. Mr. Harris, I'll have the full report ready by Friday, but I can tell you right now you're cognitively intact, above average for your age, actually. Your memory is excellent. Your reasoning is sound. There is absolutely no evidence of dementia, cognitive decline, or impairment of any kind. Can you put that in writing? Very official writing. I'll have a notarized report to your attorney by end of the week. Thank you, Doctor. Step 1. Step 2 was Howard's idea. We need evidence. If they're doing things, saying things, we need documentation. I'm going to recommend something that might feel invasive, but trust me on this. What? Security cameras inside your house, recording everything. Isn't that illegal if they don't know? Not in California. Single-party consent state. It's your house. You can record what happens in it. I called the security company that afternoon. They installed 4 cameras, living room, kitchen, hallway, and 1 in the garage. Small, hidden in smoke detectors and clocks, cloud storage. I could access the footage from my phone. Then I waited. Daniel visited that Sunday, brought Sheila. I pretended everything was normal, offered them iced tea, made small talk about Emma's wedding plans. Dad, we need to talk seriously, Daniel started. About your living situation. We've talked about it. No, you shut down the conversation. But this isn't going away. We're worried about you. I'm fine. You're not fine, Sheila said. You're forgetting things. You left the stove on. You can't find your belongings. These are signs, Robert. Signs of what? Early dementia, Daniel said gently. Look, there's no shame in it. It happens. But we need to make plans before you hurt yourself. I don't have dementia. Dad, denial is part of the disease. We've been researching. You need supervision. You need care. What I need is for you to leave me alone. They didn't leave. They stayed for 2 more hours, walking through the house. Daniel went upstairs to check the smoke detectors. Sheila spent 15 minutes in my bedroom, folding laundry I'd left on the bed, laundry that had been in my dresser drawer. After they left, I checked the cameras. There it was, Daniel in my office, moving books, taking a photo frame from my desk and putting it in a drawer. Sheila in my bathroom, switching my prescriptions around, taking out the shampoo bottle and placing it in the linen closet. The next morning, when I couldn't find that photo frame, Daniel would get a call from Sheila. I'm worried about your dad. He keeps losing things. I downloaded the footage, sent it to Howard. This is good, he said, but we need more. We need them on record discussing their actual plan. That came 2 weeks later, courtesy of someone I didn't expect. Tyler, Emma's fiancé, showed up at my house on a Tuesday evening. It was 7:43 p.m. He looked nervous, kept glancing at his car like someone might see him. Mr. Harris, I shouldn't be here, he said when I opened the door. Emma doesn't know, but I can't let them do this to you. Come in, sit down, tell me everything. We sat in the living room. Tyler was 26, worked as a civil engineer, seemed like a genuinely good kid. His hands were shaking. I was at Daniel and Sheila's house 3 nights ago for dinner. Emma was in the bathroom and I heard them talking in the kitchen. They didn't know I was right outside the door. What did they say? They were talking about you, about the house, Daniel said. Once he signs it over to Emma, we move to phase 2. Sheila said, the nursing home? And Daniel said, the state facility. Cheap. We only need to keep him there long enough to liquidate the other assets. My stomach dropped. Other assets? Your bank accounts, your pension, everything. They're planning to file for guardianship. They've been documenting everything, taking photos of the house, looking messy, recording conversations where you supposedly forget things. They have a whole file built up. Jesus Christ. It gets worse, Sheila said. We just need a few more incidents. Then we bring in Dr. Patterson. I looked him up, Mr. Harris, Dr. James Patterson. He's a geriatric specialist who's been sued twice for signing off on questionable competency evaluations. He's who they're planning to use to declare you unfit. Why are you telling me this? Tyler met my eyes. Because I love Emma. But I'm not going to be part of this. What they're doing, it's financial abuse. It's elder abuse. It's wrong. And if Emma finds out after we're married, it'll destroy her. Does Emma know about any of this? No. She thinks they're genuinely worried about you. They've convinced her you're declining. She cried to me last week about how scared she is that you're getting dementia. I sat back, processed it. My son wasn't just trying to take my house. He was planning to institutionalize me, lock me away, take everything I've worked 42 years to build. Tyler, I need you to do something for me. Would you be willing to give a statement to my attorney about what you heard? Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And Tyler, be careful. If they find out you told me, I know. I'm being careful. He left. I immediately called Howard and told him everything. Okay, Howard said. Here's what we're going to do. We document everything. We build accountability. We get affidavits. We prepare a response. And we wait. Wait for what? For them to make their move. They will. Probably soon. And when they do, we'll be ready. The wedding was June 15th, a Saturday. Beautiful day. Clear skies. The ceremony was at a golf club in Newport Beach. 200 guests. Emma looked stunning in her dress. Reminded me so much of Martha. I almost cried. Daniel and Sheila played doting parents. Paid for everything. Smiled for photos. Gave a speech about young love and new beginnings. I sat at a table in the back. Talked to relatives I hadn't seen in years. Danced one dance with Emma, father-daughter moment.
You're
Her
dead,
actual
asshole!
father. She hugged me. I love you, friend. Thank you. Wouldn't miss it for the world, sweetheart. The reception was in full swing by 6 p.m. Dinner service, toasts, the first dance, everything perfect, classic, exactly what Emma had wanted. Then, at 8:11 p.m., Daniel stood up and clinked his fork against the champagne glass. Before this wonderful evening, his voice carrying that fake warmth he used in public. My father has a very special gift for the happy couple. He gestured toward me, expecting a smug. I hadn't planned to make a scene. Howard and I had discussed this. Let them hang themselves, he said. Don't engage unless you have to. But Daniel had just forced my hand. I stood slowly, used my cane for effect, didn't actually need it, but I'd been playing up the elderly father role all evening. Walked to the microphone at the front of the room. 200 pairs of eyes on me. That's right, I said. My voice steady. I do have something to share with Emma and Tyler. Daniel beat. Dad has decided to give Emma and Tyler a family home. A beautiful 4-bedroom house worth $400,000. A home for them to start their life together. Applause started, scattered at first, then building. People were smiling. This was exactly the kind of generous grandparent moment everyone loved at weddings. I raised my hand and waited. The applause died. Confused faces. I think everyone should hear the full story before they celebrate. Daniel smiled, faltered. Dad, what are you? I pulled out my phone. Earlier that day, Howard and I had worked with to sync my phone. My son Daniel has been very concerned about my health. So we planning my future without home. The nursing home, Daniel, the state. We only need to keep it there long enough to liquidate the other assets. Then, the roof went dead fine. You're the air. Someone left the script. I let the reporters run. Sign off on the evaluation. Then,
Hey, Frap Dog. Nothing much. I'm doing okay. Just trying to wait until Batman game, that new Lego Batman game is available. Playing me some Breakpoint in the meantime while I wait. Come on! That's bullshit.
That's why I told the truth. I looked at Daniel and my son, the boy I raised, the man I've sacrificed for.
I was hidden, bro.
For 54 years. He explained something to me. I said quietly, still standing at the microphone. Why did you bring guardianship papers to a wedding? What? The papers in the car, in the trunk, the emergency guardianship petition. Why bring those to your daughter's wedding? Howard had found them. Daniel had parked in the lot. Howard had brought a locksmith as a wedding guest who confirmed their presence. Completely legal with probable cause. Daniel's face went purple. You had someone search my car? I had an attorney protect my rights. Now answer the question. I was trying to help you. His voice cracked, got louder. You're 72 years old, living alone in a house that's going to kill you. I was trying to take care of you. The nursing home was
Yep.
safe for your guardianship.
I know how it is.
You were trying to erase me, I said. My voice didn't rise, didn't waver. You were going to lock me away, steal everything I built, and tell yourself it was for my own good. 200 people were staring at it. Family, friends, colleagues, his daughter's wedding guests. Everyone seeing him exactly as he was. I was trying to help him. After everything done, after visiting you every week, after worrying about you constantly, this is how you repay me by refusing to be stolen from? That's when he snapped. I saw it happen. Saw something in his eyes just break. He grabbed the dessert plate in front of him. Emma's wedding cake still untouched on it. Chocolate ganache with gold leaf decoration, and hurled it at my head. The porcelain coffee above my right eyebrow. I felt it crack, felt the impact in my teeth. Chocolate and blood mixed together, warm and sticky, running down over my eye. The room exploded in gasps and screams. Someone's chair fell backward. Emma was sobbing. Sheila had gone white as paper. I didn't move, didn't flinch, just stood there at the microphone, frosting in my hair, blood dripping onto my collar, and looked at my son. 2 security guards were already moving. Tyler was on his feet. Half the male guests were standing. I took the napkin. Someone handed me white chocolate from my eyes, dabbed with the blood. Never took my eyes off Daniel. Ladies and gentlemen, I said,
We get to kill that damn.
absolutely calm. That is the real Daniel.
We need to kill those damn guards.
Thinks he's entitled.
Swear to God, I gotta kill them.
Security grabbed Daniel's arms. He was still screaming. You selfish bastard. You ungrateful old fool. After everything, they dragged him toward the exit. Sheila scrambled after him, heels clicking on the floor. At my granddaughter's wedding, my son demanded I sign over my forehead.
Why do you do it? Yeah, we give it so long, but it. We think it's so long, but it. Why do you do it?
A lot of targets on my back.
Hey, you still on? Hey, you still on?
Get off your mouth.
I don't want to go over.
Like a whisper over here. Yeah, I'm also clear.
There's only one drone left. Oh, fuck. Should've known there was one drone left. Come on. Go, you fucking game! Come on! There's one damn fucking drone left, you fucking game, bro. Wanna let me fucking goddamn revive myself, bruh. It's fucking bullshit, bruh. I only shut that guy up. How? I shot him, bro. That is some bullshit, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I call that bullshit. Bruh, nah. I call that bullshit. You saw that, guys. I hit him. You guys saw the bullet hit his fucking head, bro. That is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit. I had the line right, the dot right pointed to right where he was walking. And then I shot his fucking head off. Like, bro, you saw that. I shot it right through his fucking head, bro. Right through his fucking goddamn motherfucking head. And they want to fucking say that's a fucking miss. I say bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit. I shot the motherfucking bullet right through his goddamn skull. And right flying right where he wasn't supposed to be. That is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Bullshit. I shot him right in the fucking head, bro. He did not see it. He did not hear it. It literally hit him. Right through the fucking skull, bro. This is not the base. Wait. This is the wrong base. What the fuck? That is not the fucking base, bro. Okay, that's where it is. Okay. Probably. Yeah. They on some kind of bullshit, bruh. You know what? Might as well get this one done then, since I'm near it already. That is so bullshit in that one base. That is so damn bullshit, bruh. That one base was bullshit. Go, you fucking game, go! Fuck you. I shot him right in the fucking head, bro. They don't call that fucking shooting, I do. That is so fucking bullshit, bruh. That is bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit.
You don't come here.
Bullshit. I call that bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Bullshit. They did not see that bullet, bro. They fucking tripping, bro. I shot him right in the fucking head, bro. Bullshit!
Got anything you want to tell me?
There's nothing left. I told
Yeah, sure. Hey, autocorrect. Yeah. I got spare time to lose. Since my other friend has to reinstall Genshin Impact, I guess I can run you through it. If you want to start a PlayStation chat, I can help you with it. to help you get through what you need done. I'll run you through it if you need help, Aiden. Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm guessing you're stuck. You're gonna need my guidance to get through that tutorial, huh? I'll run you through it step by step on how to get through it. Here, where are you? You didn't, let's start, you know what, let's just start at a, yeah, let's start a PlayStation chat with you, dude, so I can communicate with you better. And let me get in a, hey, bud. Serious, bro. These stupid fucking things. Alright, shut them up. Then you still there?
At around 9, when I heard 3 slow knocks at the front door, Noel had installed the doorbell camera. I opened the app on my phone. It was Vin. Standing on my front porch with his hands in his pockets. He leaned close to the door and said, I know you're in there, and I just want to talk for 5 minutes, and that you'd never come back again. His voice sounded rehearsed like he had practiced it in his car. I didn't move. I didn't go to the door. But I started screen recording the camera footage. The timestamp read 9 at night. I captured his knocking, his speech, all of it. After 6 minutes, he stopped and walked to his car and got in. He didn't start me anything. He sat in my driveway and watched for 20 minutes before he finally drove away. He did every video and emailed them to myself. The night before, a recording hearing Vince drove to my house while I was on the road and sat in my driveway for 20 minutes. He couldn't help himself. That was everything the judge needed to know. Noel got home at 6 in the morning, changed his clothes, and drove me to the courthouse. He didn't say much on the drive. I could tell this was tearing him apart, but when we parked and I looked at him, he grabbed my hand and said, let's go. That was enough.
Get out of here.
I sat at the table and set my folder in front of me. Noel sat in the row right behind me. Vince was at the other table wearing a wrinkled button down.
First,
He didn't look at me. He looked past me at Noel with a face that said,
I go for the chest and get out of here.
I stood up and walked through everything in order, calm and flat. I didn't need to add anything to make it sound bad. It was loud enough on its own. I handed the judge the printed text messages. Over a year's worth of order on it. He read through every page without a word. I played the shop security footage. Vince walking in, leaning on the counter, raising his voice, saying this isn't over, honestly not picking up the phone. Then I played the doorbell camera footage from the night before. The timestamp, the knocking, the rehearsed speech through the door, and then 20 minutes of his car sitting in my driveway in the dark. The judge paused the video and looked at Vince and said, this was last night, the night before this hearing. Vince said he was trying to apologize. The judge said by showing up unannounced at her home at 9 at night while her husband was away the night before a restraining order hearing. Vince had no response because there was no response that would make any of it okay. The judge told Vince he could speak. Vince stood up slowly and said, I had always been told to him, and that all he ever wanted was to stay close to the only family he had left. He said Ray being in the house proved something suspicious was going on. He said I was using the court to cut him off from his brother. Then he stopped talking.
Can't talk right now. I'm eating a dinner, then I have to do homework. Okay, understandable. And then you're gonna get on Genshin Impact. I'm gonna guess you're gonna get hop on Genshin Impact after when you're done. So I can't join the PS chat. Shoot. Understandable. Pretty reasonable. But whenever you get to feel like chances. After dinner and homework. Alright. Noted. And you're getting on Genshin Impact. Pretty right, good timing too. Because next banners are going to be really good tomorrow. So that gives you a lot of time to do a lot of catching up. I was really hoping for that to shut off the damn alarm. But I guess it didn't work.
surrendered immediately. Others had fought. None had won. The Valorians were the apex predators of this region of space, and they knew it. How many ships do we need? He asked. Sir, our standard protocol suggests 50 vessels for a world of this size and development levels. He said 500. Texnar said. The chamber fell silent. 500
Something doesn't feel right. Keep looking.
Frontier civilizations. Worlds that have barely discovered Vexinar's eyes, all 6 of them, fixed on us. Let it be excessive. Then this will conquer and see what the Valorian Empire brings to those who might resist. We will show them overwhelming force. They will surrender before a single shot is fired. This will be quick, as you command, Admiral. The orders went out within the hour. The 7th Conquest Fleet, 500 warships strong, prepared to leave Valorian space.
That's where I need to be.
Capable of cracking a planet's crust. Each ship was crewed by warriors.
Alright.
3 weeks later, the fleet arrived at the edge of the Sol system. That was what the humans called their sun. Texnar stood on the bridge of his flagship, the Eternal Dominion, and watched the star grow larger on the view screen. Begin system scan, he ordered. The results came back quickly. 9 planets, several dozen moons, and countless asteroids. The 3rd planet from the sun was their target, Earth. Detecting artificial satellites in orbit around the target.
Yep, it's the same spot.
Reported primitive construction, chemical propulsion, no energy shields, no plasma weapons. Admiral, they have nothing that could threaten even our smallest scout ship. Any defensive installations? A few orbital platforms mounting what appear to be kinetic weapons. Crude nuclear warheads. We could destroy them all in minutes. Texnar allowed himself a small smile. This wouldn't keep me quick. Open the communications channel. All frequencies. I want every human on that planet to hear this message. The communications officer worked for a moment, then nodded. Channel open, Admiral. Texnar stepped forward. He had delivered this speech 47 times before. Each time the result was the same.
I'll have to get ready and be prepared. If we're gonna take out that base, time for me to bring out the big guns.
Resistance will be met with the complete destruction of your civilization. You have 48 hours. Choose wisely. We cut the transmission. Move the fleet to Mars orbit. We wait there for their response. Far below on Earth, chaos erupted. The transmission had reached every television, every radio, every computer screen on the planet. In New York, people ran through the streets. In Beijing, emergency sirens wailed. In Moscow, military commanders received urgent orders. In Brussels, the European Union called an emergency session. The United Nations building in New York built within hours. Representatives from every nation pushed into the Security Council chamber. Old enemies sat side by side. The American president spoke to the Russian premier on a secure line for the first time in 5 years. The Chinese chairman contacted the Indian prime minister directly. For the first time in human history, every order, every conflict, every disagreement became instantly meaningless. There was only one question that mattered now. How do we survive? We have 48 hours, the UN Secretary General said to the assembled leaders on video conference. His face was pale. We need options. We have no options. The said flatly. Our militaries are designed to fight each other, not alien invaders. We have nuclear weapons, but they told us resistance means complete destruction. If we fight, they will kill everyone. So we surrender. The Brazilian president asked. We give up our entire world without firing a single shot. What choice do we have? Someone else said. But in the bunker deep beneath the Pentagon, a different conversation was taking place. General Sarah Morrison stared at the data on her screen. The alien fleet, 500 ships, each one larger than an aircraft carrier. Weapons that could burn continents. Tell me about Project Damocles, she said to the scientists and military officers gathered around the table. Dr. James Chen, head of the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, pulled up a series of files. Project Damocles has been running since 1962. After we got close to nuclear war, some people asked a simple question. What if the threat came from outside Earth? We've been preparing for this scenario for 63 years. What do we have? Railguns hitting civilian infrastructure. antimatter warheads in deep space storage, kinetic kill satellites disguised as weather monitors, mass drivers on the far side of the moon, neural network hacking tools designed to infiltrate non-human computer systems. And that is just what was approved for production. We have another dozen experimental weapons that have never been tested. Morrison looked at the faces around the table. If we use these weapons, they will retaliate. Millions will die. Maybe billions. If we surrender, we become slaves, Chen said quietly. Maybe forever. At least if we fight as free people. Do we even have a chance? Unknown. But Admiral, they are arrogant. They sent 500 ships because they want to scare us. That means they have never faced real resistance. Arrogance is a weakness we can exploit. Morrison made her decision. Get me the president. And activate all Damocles assets. If they want Earth, they will have to pay for it in blood. The President of the United States addressed the world from the Oval Office. His speech was broadcast on every channel, translated into every language. My fellow humans, we face an
Color board.
surrender or fight, but I refuse to believe those are our only options. We have been preparing for this day for longer than any of you know. We have weapons. We have plans. We have to survive. I am not ordering anyone to fight, but I am telling you that Earth will not surrender. Not in 48 hours, not ever. If they want our world, they will have to take it from us, and we will make them regret ever coming to our solar system. Around the world, people watched. Some cried, some prayed, some loaded their weapons. Military bases went to full alert. Civilian volunteers flooded recruitment centers. Scientists worked around the clock to prepare weapons that had only existed in theory. On the Eternal Dominion, Vexnar received the human response with surprise. They are refusing to surrender. Yes, Admiral. The message was clear. They intend to fight. For a moment, Vexnar said nothing. For 1,000 years, the Florian Empire had encountered resistance before. They never compromised. There was a insect refusing to move before it moved. Very well, he said mildly. When the 48 hours expire, we will demonstrate what resistance costs. Target their major cities. Prepare orbital bombardment. We will burn 10% of the population as a lesson. Then we will ask again if they wish to surrender. Yes, Admiral, but something nagged at them. Something about the human message bothered him. They had sounded too confident, too certain. They possibly have something hidden, some weapon they had not detected. Run another scan, he ordered. Deep scan. Check for any hidden installations. Anything you might have missed. The sensor officer worked for several minutes. Admiral could detect these anomalies. Energy signatures that do not match their own technology. But they are faint. Could be sensor errors. Where? The moon. Several large asteroids. And there are objects in high orbit that our initial scans classified as debris. But some of them are too regular. Too symmetrical. Vexnar felt the first stirring of doubt. Could they be weapons? Unknown, Admiral. If they are unlike anything in our database. Maintain alert status. Keep the fleet spread. If we're stupid enough to attack, I want us ready to respond. The 48 hours ticked down. On Earth, people waited. They said goodbye to loved ones. They held their chances. They looked up at the stars and wondered if this was humanity's last night. In hidden bunkers and secret bases, soldiers prepared. Weapon systems came online. Targeting computers locked onto the alien fleet. Fingers hovered over firing buttons. The last seconds counted down. Vexnar stood on his bridge, waiting for the humans to accept reality. Then a voice came over the communication channel. It was the same human president. We surrender, he said. His voice was broken, defeated. We cannot fight you. Please give us 12 more hours to organize the surrender, to tell our people. Prepare. Just 12 more hours, Vexnar smiled. There it was. Reality had finally set in. You have 12 hours, he said, no more. Use them wisely. He cut the transmission and turned to his officers. See, they always break. Fear is the greatest weapon. But on Earth, in a secret command center, General Morrison cut the transmission and turned to her team. That gives us 12 more hours to prepare. Use every second. When we come into attack position, we will be ready. Do you think we can win? Someone asked. Morrison looked at the holographic display showing the alien fleet. 500 ships against one planet. It should be impossible. I do not know if we can win, she said. But I know we're going to make them wish they never found us. The 12 hours passed like a dream. On Earth, millions of people evacuated from the cities. Families drove into the stayed. There was nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. If the aliens decided to destroy Earth, no distance would save anyone. General Morrison stood in the command center deep beneath Colorado. Around her, hundreds of officers monitored screens showing data from across the solar system. The alien fleet had moved closer. They were now in high Earth orbit, exactly where Morrison wanted them. Status of all damaged weapons, she asked. All systems are green, General. Lunar mass drivers are charged and ready. Kinetic satellites have acquired targets. Antimatter warheads are armed. Underground railguns are in position. We are ready. Morrison took a deep breath. In a few minutes, she would give an order that would either save humanity or doom it. There was no middle ground. Either the Damocles weapons would work or Earth would burn. Communications, are we still broadcasting the surrender signal? Yes, General. We are sending continuous messages about organizing the transition of power. They are eating it up. Their formation is tightened. They think we are helpless. That was exactly what Morrison wanted. This is the years Project Damocles had prepared for this moment. The Soviet Union had started their own version during the Cold War. China had followed. Eventually, the major powers began to share weather satellites that were actually operations on the moon, installations, scientific research stations that were actually weapons labs, civilian space companies that were actually military contractors. And the most important part of Damocles, assume the enemy would be technologically superior. Do not try to match their weapons. Instead, create weapons that were too simple, too primitive, too insane for an advanced civilization to expect. How much longer? Morrison asked. 30 seconds, General. The alien flagship is moving into optimal position. Morrison looked at the main screen. The alien ships formed a beautiful formation in the night sky. Hundreds of vessels, each one glowing with power. They looked like stars, like gods. They had no idea what was about to happen. All stations, prepare to fire on my mark, Morrison said into the communication system. Around the world, across the moon, throughout the asteroid belt, human weapons came online. 3, 2, 1, mark. The sky above Earth erupted in fire. The kinetic satellites went first. These were not complex weapons. They were simple chunks of toxin, each one weighing several tons. They had been in orbit for 40 years, as fast as old satellite debris. Now they activated their small maneuvering thrusters and accelerated toward the alien fleet. Aboard the Eternal Union, alarm suddenly screamed to life. Contact, the sensor officer shouted. Multiple objects accelerating toward the fleet. Speed increasing rapidly.
I'm just sniping him.
From the planet, from the moon, from the asteroid field. Hundreds of objects, missiles. No, sir. No propulsion signatures. They are just rocks. Pieces of metal. Moving at extreme
And another one.
Dexnar felt confusion wash over him. Rocks, the humans were throwing rocks. Destroy them. They cannot possibly penetrate our shields. The Valorian ships opened fire with their point defense weapons. Lasers and plasma beams lit up space, destroying dozens of the incoming projectiles. But there were too many. And they were moving too fast. The first kinetic penetrator hit a Valorian cruiser at 40,000 kilometers per hour. The tungsten rod, moving at such incredible speed, struck the ship's energy shield. For a fraction of a second, the shield held. Then the kinetic energy overwhelmed it. The rod punched through the shield, through the armor, through the entire ship from bow to stern. The cruiser exploded in a ball of fire. What was that? Dexnar roared. What just happened? The projectile penetrated the shield, Admiral. The kinetic energy was too much. It just punched straight through. More impacts followed. The simple tungsten rods propelled by nothing more than gravity and momentum. Toward the Valorian shields as if they were not there. Advanced energy fields designed to stop plasma weapons and laser beams could not handle the raw physical force of solid metal. At relativistic speeds, evasive maneuvers, Dexnar orders. Shadow fleet. But the Valorians had grouped their ships close together, expecting no resistance. Now they paid the price for their arrogance. Ships collided as they tried to maneuver. More kinetic penetrators slammed home. Explosions blossomed across the formation. Casualty report. 47 ships destroyed or disabled, Admiral. Damage reports coming in from 100 more. 47 ships. In less than 2 minutes. Dexnar could not believe it. These primitives, with their simple metal rods, had just done more damage than the last 3 species the Valorians had conquered combined. Return fire. Target the planet.
The drone is almost damaged. It's almost destroyed.
Opened fire on Earth. Plasma beams lanced down from orbit, targeting the sources of the kinetic attacks. They hit empty fields, but they hit buildings, work sites, because the kinetic satellites have
Crap.
been drifting in orbit for decades.
I gotta destroy that drone though.
Nothing that would identify them as weapons until they activated, and now they were gone, either destroyed by their own impacts or drifting as dead debris once more. Admiral, we have a bigger problem, the sensor officer said. Energy spike from the lunar surface. On the far side of Earth, a facility that looked like a mining operation suddenly opened to the sky. Massive electromagnetic rails, each one 3 kilometers long, pointed toward the Valorian fleet. They had been built over 30 years, disguised as mining equipment and covered with lunar regolith. The mass drivers opened fire. The projectiles were not sophisticated. They were just rocks. Moon rocks launched at tremendous speeds by electromagnetic acceleration. Each one weighed several tons. Each one had been mined from the lunar surface, shaped into a rough cylinder and loaded into the mass driver system. They crossed the distance to the Valorian fleet in seconds. Incoming fire from the moon. Someone shouted. The rocks hit like the hammer of God. Unlike the kinetic satellites, which had been relatively small, these projectiles were massive. When they hit Valorian ships, they shattered the vessels entirely.
Man, I wish Aiden was here to see,
Entire
was
ships
here on this.
get us
That'd be
out.
cool.
Emergency jump now. Sir, we cannot jump from this close to the planet. The gravity well will tear us apart and move. Get away from the planet. Get away from the moon. Get away from whatever else these primitives have waiting for us. The Valorian fleet began to pull back, abandoning their attack positions. But humanity was not done. In the asteroid belt, mining stations that had been operating for 20 years suddenly revealed their true purpose. These were not civilian operations. They were military bases disguised as commercial enterprises, and each one was armed with weapons that the Valorians could not even imagine. Nuclear-pumped X-ray lasers. The concept was insane. Take a nuclear warhead, surround it with specially designed rods, detonate the warhead. In the microseconds before the rods vaporized, they would channel the nuclear explosion into focused beams of X-rays, each beam powerful enough to slice through a ship. One nuclear warhead can create dozens of laser beams. The warheads were one-use weapons. They destroyed themselves in the act of firing, but they were incredibly effective. The asteroid bases launched their warheads toward the retreating Valorian fleet. The warheads coasted for several minutes looking like harmless debris. Then at optimal range, they detonated. Dozens of invisible X-ray beams lanced across space. The Valorians, focused on the visible threats, never saw them coming. The beams struck ships all across the planet. They boiled metal. They killed crew members instantly. What is hitting us? Rexnar demanded. Where are these weapons coming from? Unknown, Admiral. No visible projectiles. No laser signatures. Just exploding. That is impossible. But it was happening. The Valorian fleet, which had entered the Sol system with 500 ships, was being torn apart by weapons they could not understand. Weapons that were too simple, too crude, too impossible for their advanced sensors to predict. On Earth, Morrison watched the battle unfold. The data stream showed Valorian ships exploding, retreating, burning. It was working. Incredibly, impossibly, it was working. They have lost or damaged over 200 ships. The fleet is in full retreat toward Mars. 200 ships. Morrison felt a surge of hope, but she knew this was not over. The aliens would regroup. They would adapt, and they would return angrier than before. Launch the drone fighters, she ordered. All of them. In orbit around Earth and hidden bays on the moon, on stations throughout the inner solar system, the drone fighters activated. These were not large ships. Each one was about the size of a car. They carried simple rocket engines, basic guidance systems, and one weapon, a small nuclear warhead. There were 10,000 of them. The drones swarmed toward the Valorian fleet like angry hornets. They moved in erratic patterns, making them difficult to target. The Valorians tried to shoot them down, But for every drone destroyed, 3 more got through. The drones slammed into Valorian ships and detonated. Nuclear fire bloomed across space. Individually, the drones were not very powerful, but in such numbers they were devastating. They overwhelmed point defenses. They attacked from every angle. They gave the Valorians no rest. This is impossible. The Declan report. These are primitives. Have weapons. Admiral, we need to withdraw. Commander Zethkor said. We have lost nearly half the fleet. We need to regroup, bring in reinforcements. Texanar wanted to refuse. Wanted to order the fleet to turn and burn the human world to ash. But he could not. His proud fleet was being destroyed by primitives with simple weapons. Weapons that made no sense. Weapons that worked. Withdraw to Mars orbit, he said finally. The words tasted like poison. We will regroup there and plan our next attack.
Company.
The surviving Valorian ships pulled back, leaving behind the wreckage of their destroyed vessels. The space around Earth was filled with debris, twisted metal, bodies. The details of battle. On Earth, people watched the alien fleet retreat.
Coming from the back. And then
We got bad guys in the area.
sneak from behind him.
Erupted in celebration. They had done it.
Yeah!
But at the command center, Morrison did not celebrate.
Qu-
She looked at the casualty reports from Earth. The aliens had managed to land some hits during the battle. Plasma beams had struck New York, Mumbai, Tokyo. Cities burned. Millions were dead. The price of victory was written in blood and fire. General, should we pursue? Someone asked. Morrison shook her head. No, we heard them, but they still have over 200 ships. They will be ready for our tricks now. We need to prepare for their counterattack. Do you think they will counterattack? I know they will, Morrison said quietly. We just embarrassed them in front of the galaxy. They will come back. And next time, they will not underestimate us. Next time, they will come with everything they have. On the Eternal Domain, Texanar stared at the tactical display. 237 ships. That was all that remained of his fleet. In a few hours, the humans had destroyed or disabled 263 Valorian vessels. How did they do this? He asked quietly. No one answered. No one knew. The humans should not have had these weapons. Should not have been able to fight back. Should have surrendered like every other primitive species.
Down him!
Put it through. The holographic image of High Admiral Borneth appeared. He looked furious. Explain yourself, Texanar. Explain how you managed to lose more than half of a conquest fleet to a primitive world.
They're coming.
They were prepared, High Admiral. They had weapons hidden throughout their system. Weapons we could not detect. Weapons that primitives should not possess. Yes, High Admiral. This is unacceptable. The Valorian Empire does not lose to primitives. You will return to Earth. You will destroy every human on that planet. I am sending reinforcements. The 3rd and 9th battle groups will arrive in 5 days. Together, we will have 700 ships. You will kill every human. Burn their world. Make an example that the galaxy will never forget. The transmission ended. Texanar stood in silence, staring at Earth on the view screen. The blue planet that had humiliated the Valorian Empire. Prepare for the second assault, he said finally. This time we show no mercy. This time we kill them all. 5 days passed in fear and preparation. Earth's celebration after the first battle had been brief. Now everyone understood the terrible truth. The aliens would return, and they would be angry. The casualty reports from the first battle kept coming in. New York had lost 3 million people to a single plasma strike. Mumbai was burning. Tokyo had entire districts reduced to ash. The death toll climbed toward 300 million. The price for humanity's defiance was written in the bodies of the dead. But Earth did not stop fighting. Could not stop fighting. There was no surrender. The Valorians would accept nothing less than complete destruction of humanity. That much was clear from the intercepted communications. General Morrison had not slept in 5 days. She watching the construction crews work on emergency repairs to the defense network. Many of the kinetic satellites were gone. The lunar mass drivers needed recharging. The nuclear pump laser stations were depleted. How long until we are combat ready? She asked Dr. Chen. The mass drivers need another 3 days to build up sufficient charge. We have
Moving! I got a beat on him!
the first battle. What about the experimental weapons? Chen hesitated. General, some of those weapons are theoretical. We have never tested them. We are fighting for survival, Doctor. Antimatter warheads sorted in space. We have 12 of them. Each one has enough explosive yield to destroy a small moon. Why have we not used them? Because they are incredibly dangerous. One mistake and we could destroy Earth ourselves. The containment systems are fragile. If one fails during launch, the explosion could crack the planet's crust. Of course, the display shows
Okay. All right. What?
Damn, took a minute.
Did you say something? Oh. Give me a minute, guys. I gotta find my phone quick. Oh, there's my phone. It fell. Oh my god, I gotta call her now. I gotta call her now. Shit.
Copy that. Negative anything by me. I got a feeling it's just that kind of day. That's what the heavy keeps saying. It's that kind of day. Like you'd do anything if you did right.
You know, I could be in my hooch watching a movie.
Yeah, well, you're still getting paid. No movement to report, soldier. Yeah. I was talking with that new long gunner. He seems to think we got screwed being on the way out here. Says other camps are taking contact all the time. Stay sharp. I think enemy crossing enemy activity. Let's take a look. They're coming at us! I'm going for cover! What? Okay? Now let's find these hostiles. Hell yeah, smoke them fools. Okay, these hostiles can't hide forever. They're out. Look, where are they? Heads up! We have hostiles out here somewhere. Keep your eyes open. They're out here.
Shit! What are you doing here? Please, leave me alone.
Oh my god, who are you? Who are you?
What? Who are you?
What do you want?
Oh. What are you doing here? Why
I
are
don't
you
want any
here?
shit, man. Oh,
What?
what are you doing
Whoa.
here?
What are you doing?
killing me with this. We gotta get to Alpha Squad's position. Move it!
Go away. Let me concentrate.
We're under attack!
What the fuck is that?
Shoot them! You're dead, asshole! 20 grams for a scalp. Yeah, I'm gonna sit. I'm going in. They're beating us! Not clear yet. Stay sharp. Hey, my side's clear. No more hostiles.
at Silent Mountain.
Shit.
So it turns out. So, I have some news about Kazi, though. Turns out she's not drinking. She got up a couple times, but she's just not drinking. But she's doing okay, though. And tomorrow she's gonna go visit the vet. And I hope that it goes okay with my dog, with Kazi, because right now I'm worried about her. To bring in the action. Bring in the cavalry. Time to break it.
It's black. All part of the job. Nothing happening here. I'll keep looking. We're surrounded by ocean. They got us working so much, my ass is at this point. Same shit, different day.
He's freaking dead. We got company.
Cold War site. It's time to kill all four of them in one boom. It's time to
Dr. Ballard, where'd they take him? Tell me.
Watch out! Ready to attack! I got eyes on hostiles!
check him. Dead. Gone. He was the only person alive to survive. He's the only person to survive. Or I should have just put him out of his misery and make him breathe.
Look, I am not a threat, okay? I swear. Please don't hurt me. No, please, no. No, just please put that down. Oh, no.
Alright. You seem to be telling the truth. But if I catch you running around, getting caught by these guys again, be warned, I won't risk the sacrifice of putting another bullet down. And when that bullet comes down, you better pray to God that that bullet meets your end. You know what? On second thought, I made my mind up. I'm sorry, but you know how the rules work. You don't got end, and there's no life for it. There's no point in it. Some people gonna be like, this is a line we do not cross. Do I look like I'm Batman to you? Nah. He made his own choice. Oh, please! I give you guys mercy. And what do? You throw it all away. Sorry. Nothing personal. But this is personal. Very personal. Really? You ever choked on the knife before? Bummer you didn't play in the band. Bummer you didn't play in the band. put him right down. Try to warn you. I had a... Wow. I will now locate the vehicle. That's not far from here. All I gotta do is take the road down this way. Looks like I'm taking a car. Or a truck. I better take care of this body before. Time to take care of the body.
Muchachos, back up close.
Get back. Time to get out of here with the helicopter. Just playing with the helicopter. No, I'm getting out of here. Get out of here now! When is it? So Tuesdays and Wednesdays they don't go work anymore. Okay, we need to take a look at how much we have left until we start the Batman game. We have 4 hours, 3 hours, boys. We have 3 hours before the damn game begins. Time to destroy. Time to hunt and kill. Really?
Ah, shit! Shooters in the area!
Thank you. This is a bunker. Let's take care of everything and find this prisoner. Their next spy. Trying to make sure I don't deal with their presence. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Keep walking, keep going. That's right, keep going. It's time to take care of all these men. We need to take care of all these guards now. We need to clear the area. Stealth and quietly. Starting with this guy. Damn it. Drones. Looks like this is going to be complicated. Hello. Where's the prisoner? You better start talking or I'll bury every last one of you until I find the prisoner. Come clean with the hostage. Come clean with the hostage.
These guys are dead.
Think again. I'm not leaving without that hostage. Where is he? Where's the hostage? You really want me to change my knife? I will do it. Do not make me change my knife. I will change my knife. I'll go super soldier if I have to. Where is he? If I don't find that hostage sooner or later. Where is he? I'm not gonna stop until I find him. He's not in this area. Is he up the stairs? Where is he? No sign of his target. Follow me. If you want to get out of here alive, you're going to do exactly what I say. Now come on. Let's go. More guards will be on their way soon. I got a plan for an evac route. Stay behind something? Guards are still in the area. Stay here. Ouch! Let's get him.
Let's go.
Just ignore the dead bodies. Don't mind the dead bodies. Stop. I gotta clear the way. Without that drone, stay here.
Please, go away.
You better stay here. If you don't move, you don't stay where you are. I gotta make sure that we don't get followed. Okay. Wondering if I have a plan for that. Yes, yes, I do. No, you don't. That's the last of them. For now.
Follow me.
More will be here soon. Get your butt in the vehicle and let's go. I'm so glad. We gotta go, we're going the wrong way. Hang on! We gotta take a detour. I got a strike! Out of the way. Came to the wrong place. Y'all think I should change my knife? There, you are now safe. I would advise you to stay out of the way and stay down and keep your head down. This place will keep you covered for now. Right now, they got their all. This man did good. All right. Aiden's not online. Quite unfortunate. I would have helped him out. Whatever he needed to get done. Ah, shit. I think I know how. I recommend you. Nice. Kind of. You guys see me.
Shit. Eyes on enemy shooter. Nailed him.
Come on, go.
Hey, yo! Ah, shit, someone got Louis.
Someone got low. That's just funny. They didn't even get the chance to finish what they were saying. It was funny and it was worth it. It was funny. It reminds me of the one time when that one thing came on with that guy at the pool party, just slapping everybody, smacking everyone, left and right. He was not taking that shit.
Let's check that out.
Heads up, boys. There might be hostiles in the area.
Roger. Watching for unwanted visitors.
It's his fault. He did warn him.
Huh? I heard something.
Come on, you stupid game! Grab him, you stupid fucking game, bro.
I'm out. Reloading. Keep tight. Check.
Nah.
Ah, you're all mine. I got him.
You're shooting your frickin' opponent.
Reloading. Stay focused. Drop those hostiles. How you like that shit?
Damn! You and me are gonna have to have a little talk. He shot you right in the face, and you're still breathing. Let's go take you to your friends, and maybe they might get the message.
Enemy contact! Hey! We lost one! Intruders in the area! Hostiles moving in! Hostile hit! Hostile hit! I'm pushing up!
You really had enough, didn't you? You made him die. You killed your own partner. How do you feel? And now that made me feel like dumb. He shot his own partners. Gonna. No. I'm tired of getting shot at a lot, constantly. Me having to constantly get everything. Now it's time to do something about this wound. And we're down to 3 hours left. Nice. Impressive. We are almost done. Yeah, we are. 2 hours left. We're down to 2 hours left. We're down to 2 hours left until Lego Batman Legacy Dark Knight is available. And I am so bored to the point where I want to switch games now.